The woman reached out to grab the ladder, but nearly lost her grip and fell. Looking down at the ground far below, so far she couldn't even see the bottom, and shaken by what had just happened, she couldn't bring herself to climb any higher. But her friend above started mocking her, calling her a coward. Stung by her friend's taunts, the woman forced herself to keep climbing. She was determined to make it to the top of this abandoned 5,000-meter signal tower. She had to prove she wasn't a coward. What she didn't know was that the ladder's bolts, weakened by years of neglect, were beginning to loosen. With every step up, the danger grew. After 2 grueling hours, they finally reached a small platform halfway up the tower. But this wasn't their destination, the very top was their ultimate goal. Looking at the ladder stretching upward with no safety equipment whatsoever, Amy's legs turned to jelly and her palms grew sweaty. One mistake, and she'd plummet into the abyss. With her friend constantly urging her on from above, Amy mustered her courage and stood up. She reached out and gave the ladder a firm shake. Seeing it seemed stable enough, she finally dared to climb. Amy kept reminding herself to stay calm, but when her friend saw how slowly and fearfully she was climbing, she deliberately shook the ladder to scare her. Amy immediately yelled at her friend to stop this stupid behavior. Little did her friend know that this reckless act would seal their fate. Through their combined efforts, they successfully reached the peak. Looking out at the horizon, Amy experienced the unique thrill of taking in the view from such heights. But just as they finished taking photos and prepared to head back down, they discovered that while going up had been manageable, getting down would be nearly impossible. To ensure safety, Amy carefully extended her foot to find the ladder rung below while her friend held onto her from above. Amy had only climbed down about 5 meters when disaster struck. Fortunately, her friend managed to grab onto the tower's peak just in time, preventing Amy from sliding further down. They never could have imagined something this terrifying would happen. To pull Amy back up, her friend quickly wrapped a rope around the tower's peak and pulled with all her might. But the confined space made it hard to get proper leverage. The next second, her friend's foot suddenly slipped. Luckily, her quick reflexes saved them. She managed to brace her foot against the tower again, preventing tragedy. Meanwhile, driven by survival instinct, Amy grabbed the safety rope and desperately climbed back toward the peak. Through their relentless efforts, Amy finally made it safely back to the top. Their physical exhaustion was somewhat relieved. Though they'd escaped immediate danger, how to get down had become their new problem. All the ladder rungs on the tower had fallen off. The only foothold left was the small platform on the tower. To make matters worse, their phones had absolutely no signal at this altitude. They had no choice but to wait for rescue.